Hey guys, Kukulin here, and this week on Overlord we had a question about humanity. Mainly Momongas, but also humanity in general. Because in this world there are knights doing pretty damn horrible things for no apparent reason. We have the knights that are attacking the village, and we don't really know why they're doing that. There hasn't really been much of an explanation. Then we have the knights that have been sent to defend the villages, and they're actually really cool guys. The leader of them was a common-born person, and so he wants to be able to defend all the villagers. But at the same time, the people that sent him out here are expecting him to die and to be able to use that against the king that he serves. So really, again, humans are not being treated very well by other humans, and in general this anime is trying to tell us humans can be dicks. I mean, we even get a flashback to when Yggdrasil was still just a game. And Momonga used to be hunted down by other players just because he was an inhuman character. Really dickish behaviour, actually. I mean, it's something that happens a lot in MMOs and pretty much in any online game. If there's a class you don't like, yeah, chances are you're going to get bullied online by the rest of the player base. Still kind of sucks that it happened to Momonga, and that really explains why he ended up making a guild just for inhuman characters. I like how he's starting to see the people who created his characters inside the people they created. Like, he's starting to realise where they left little pieces of themselves inside the backup characters they created. Which makes me wonder about who created Alfred. And if there's any of him inside her. Because that would be very much uncomfortable for Momonga. And for pretty much everyone in the audience watching as well. Anyway, in this episode, Momonga realised he just doesn't have the humanity anymore. He is just perfectly fine killing humans left, right and centre. He ripped out one of them's heart in this episode, crushed it in his hands and felt nothing. Killed another one and then turned its body into a dread knight, and again, felt nothing. Momonga is realising he's just not got his humanity. He's thinking as if he is an unhuman now. And he thinks it's just because he's become part of his character, and his character's mind is kind of melding with his own. Which I find pretty damn cool. Like, we'd seen hints at it a few times before in this anime. And so now that they've finally gone ahead with it and said, yeah, they're fusing together, Momonga isn't acting as he would in the human world. That's pretty cool. Adds a new level of intrigue to this anime. Is that going to be what's going to spur him to try and get back to the human world so he doesn't lose himself? Or is he just going to embrace these changes and be like, screw it, I'm not human anymore, I'm inhuman. And become like Alfred, who just hates humans as being lower life forms that she doesn't care about. In fact, Alfred's really sadistic with humans. She wants to kill them all nice and slowly and put them in their place. Really messed up in a cool kind of way. Like, I suppose that's what all predatory creatures end up doing with their prey. They like to play with it. And Alfred's no exception. So the rest of this episode was just great. We had a nice big battle, and a lot of it involved CG, but I didn't have a problem with it. It was the same level of CG they had on, like, the Berserk third movie. And so that's good enough for me that I can enjoy watching it. I'm not sure how anybody else felt about it. Like, definitely leave a comment below letting me know if you hate that CG as well. But to me, the Dread Knight looked really cool. And as he killed the other humans, and the other humans went CG as well, they looked fine to me as well. It wasn't like Arslan Senki, for example, where there was a lot of jittery movements and nothing really looked very good. In this one, the CG was on point for me. It just looked like a video game, and I don't have any problem with animation like that. So, Momonga's been entering towns and villages, becoming a bit of a hero just to kind of say thank you to the person who saved him and was his hero. Touch me. Yes, that's his name, that's not a command. The dude's name was Touch Me, which is a really creepy name, in my opinion. At least it's actually in English. Not many Japanese people would necessarily understand it, but still, really weird. It's going to be very weird hearing him continuously say to himself, I wish Touch Me was here. I wish I could see Touch Me. Touch me. But yeah, that guy had a weird character naming thing. But at least he didn't name Sebastian anything weird. It was just Sebastian. And Momonga's also getting his Shiroi on. as in Log Horizon. He's properly trying to figure out exactly what's going on in this world and seeing how he can influence it. He's putting his name out into the world as a good person, as somebody that's helping and being nice, so that he can hopefully find people who need his help. Because he's still hoping there are going to be other people from Yggdrasil here. And I'm not sure if there will be at this point. Like, judging from the opening, there's going to be people on Momonga's level, which nobody else has been so far. But we don't know when they'll actually come around and if there will be people from Yggdrasil, or if there'll be people from this world who just are a lot stronger than the average. I'm looking forward to finding out. This series is really intriguing to me. There was one point in this episode where they went a bit too long with explanations right after a fight, which made it even more jarring. Like, they sat there in front of a map and told you all these things about the continents, and I don't know, the continents don't interest me. I'm sure it's going to be important to the story, but I'd rather that be a show not tell kind of thing, rather than them literally telling you, this country does this, that country does that, because it literally went in one ear and out the other ear for me anyway. So I'm just hoping over the next few episodes they'll show us what they mean by the three countries and their little fights going on. Because right now, I'm just not that engaged with the story that I actually want to know exactly what's going on. I just want to see a bunch of cool fights and see what happens to Momonga and Alfred, personally. So thanks for listening, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this review and this episode in general in the comment section below. Like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't to see more. And I will see you guys next time.